Breaking update from the Driving Diary guy. For all of you following the Creator Clash drama of Creator Clash 3, Lena from the H3 podcast has dropped from the fight. The swastika anime sword has pushed her over the edge. Creator Clash 3 is now down 2 fights. I think it's hilarious because it's so self-inflicted. It's like, why did you do this? Because iDubbbz wants to be a good progressive boy. He wants to get into the bread tube circuit. He wants to become best friends with Lindsay Ellis and FD Signifier and all the pro-Palestinian content creators for his stupid fucking charity boxing event. So it seems like a complete disaster. There are all these clips of like him supposedly messaging creators asking if they would fight. There's a really hilarious clip of a controversial live streamer, Ice Poseidon, talking about how he wouldn't do it. He doesn't want to get beaten up by iDubbbz because he hasn't been training. And even that would be too humiliating for him. So he's like, screw it, I don't care. And the fact that he's even reaching out to someone as edgy as Ice Poseidon and, I don't know, some guy named Tectone, and that they're like mentioning it publicly just so they can flog him, so the flailing creator clash can implode, is amazing. It is such an incredible disaster to assume that, like, you know, Hassan Piker would put his weight behind it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hassan Piker is a very famous political streamer, considered to be the biggest leftist streamer right now. Karl Marx's strongest soldier in trying to radicalize younger Gen Z audience into becoming communist pilled. And to some degrees, he's been very successful. But it's interesting to see his limitations. Because iDubbbz threw everything behind this in some hope that, like, I guess he would get the clout, even though the charities for like kids' cancer. It's not for like goddamn what was the stupid thing? Oh yeah, not stupid thing, but it's not for Palestine. This is not a Palestinian charity. Maybe he could change it at the last minute. I don't think so. People are speculating that he's going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars because he still has to rent the arena. It looks like they're not filling those seats. I cannot imagine how terrible the pay-per-view numbers are. This is just an amazing boneheaded decision. It makes me wonder, like, what is the guy's finances? He doesn't put out videos regularly. Did he just, like, those content cops allow him to live a lifestyle? What is it like to be a creator of that size when you're just not bringing in the watch time and the advertisements to kind of live above middle-class lifestyle. But this has been an interesting dilemma to resolve. Here's my big hot take. I think we're going to see a lot of disillusion of left-leaning online content creator spaces. Just because they do not have the sort of same institutional backing that they've had. I mean, they have to a certain degree in the sense that, like, Google or YouTube put out like a 20th anniversary video, and they had FD Signifier as like one of the people using one of his clips for a Rickroll. So that shows that they kind of like to support and prop up those creators, but it feels like that sway where, like, you'd have right-leaning creators would kind of be like, these unkempt, unliked dogs who would always have their language restricted, always risk demonetization, would always potentially be shadow banned, supposedly, while you'd have these sort of other left-wing creators who would be kind of propped up, would be featured at conventions, would get puff piece articles written about them, get kind of more accepted in mainstream media. Amidst this ecosystem, the right had kind of built like this podcasting network that is extremely influential, with the Joe Rogan sphere, the Manosphere, the Andrew Tate, and that message resonated because if you're a young guy, what matters to you? What sounds better? Um, it's just the patriarchy. You just need to be gender nonconforming and learn to, fat acceptance, and then maybe you'll get laid and crawl into a ball and hope communism happens. Or the right wing message, which is go to the gym, eat healthy, get rich. One of those is more applicable to a capitalist system. Being a drop shipper may not be something that everyone is able to pull off, but it is something that does work for some people, and it's more applicable than sitting around waiting for a communist revolution. So the fact, I'm a little bit sidetracked, but the reason why I bring this all up is iDubbbz sacrificed everything, and I mean everything, to try and get in good with this crowd. Because he wanted to be a good boy. He wanted to be a little bread tuber, fight for women's rights and all the good things. And, you have had that terrible mullet and all those terrible tattoos with his OnlyFans girlfriend to be like this, a new form of masculinity that is like couched in bullshit therapy language. And it's just all falling apart, fundamentally. He's not as good. He's not as good of a content creator in that sphere as like a ContraPoints or Lindsay Ellis. He doesn't have the personality to really do live streaming like a Hassan Piker or even Vosh. As terrible as that sounds, to bring up Mr. Short Stack Goblin Lover and horse porn enjoyer. He's just in this no man's land. Just being kind of politically stuck with nowhere to go. And it's kind of a shame outside of the fact that he did it. He is a hypocrite. He's a terrible friend. He's untrustworthy. He's bad at planning events. He has this weird humiliation ritual where he allows his wife, partner, whatever, to take no accountability in all of her awful decisions. I don't know. Maybe if he begs for some guidance from H-Bomber Guy or ContraPoints, maybe they can teach him how to make a pseudo-academic 3-hour video essay on some sort of broad college 101 concept. Maybe he can join up with the Nebula crowd and the Means TV. But this ain't it. And he deserves everything that he got. So I'm curious to see if he's either going to cancel the event or if he'll scramble up a replacement fighter at the 11th hour. But I cannot wait to watch those replays with all the empty seats. It is going to be a very sad, pathetic special. And you know what? You shouldn't have done influencer boxing. Go do humiliation live streams for Palestine if you want to ingratiate yourself to that crowd. That's the ticket. Not doing influencer boxing. Influencer boxing is inherently degenerate, and no respectable left-leaning person would give a shit about combat sports because it is fundamentally destructive. If you wanted to do something, it should have just been wrestling, but you wanted a controversy-free. You didn't want to play up the theatrics. You didn't want to play up the beef. So yeah, you got no one to blame but yourself. So I am enjoying this. It is fun to see other people fail when they take big swings. And I'd say I'm left-leaning, but I'm more of a lib, a lame lib, than some of the other more controversial socialist people. So I kind of hate them, the far left. I think they fucked up the country by not getting behind Kamala and at the level she needed. I think they've had a negative stranglehold on pop culture for a very long time. And when the Democratic Party eventually emerges from the ashes, it won't be the Democratic Party that's has trans women flashing their tits on the White House lawn. That is dead. I don't think it's ever coming back, at least not from a long time from now. And it's interesting to watch the cultural progression move forward. In a way, I'd say the conservative landscape isn't doing much better, given that the Daily Wire is supposedly breaking up. All of their original productions have shuttered down. but by the same token, if Creator Clash is what you got to offer, then that's not great either. But all right, that's all I've got for now. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I like comments. Subscribe, like, do all the engagement things. And yeah, we're doing it, baby. We're gonna be covering this to the bitter end, the entire Creator Clash saga. So stay tuned for your next update, and thank you for watching this video instead of other people's videos.